we've discussed the relegation zone. Okay, I think we should now go on to the, if you like, okay, for lack of better words, okay, title race. Although I don't know how much of a title race it is at the moment, seeing as Man City seem to be running away with it. Although there is still a long way to go, and top 4 position. So I think in this case, this man here should start us off, seeing as Man City are top of the league at the moment.
So running away with the prize there, yeah.
Just got it together at the right time, just before Christmas, and in November and then December. 11 game run now. Won every single game. So, I did kind of say this, that City are always a little bit slow starts. We have such a short.
He's got such a smirk on his face.
Such a short pre-season.
Sort out,
So yeah, I mean, they got it together. Obviously, last couple of games actually, they've had a bit of luck as well.
Against Arsenal, yeah.
I don't think they're that lucky.
We got robbed.
we was robbed, mate.
Well, I don't think you were actually. I think your mate Righty got it right. He said he agreed with the decisions, and I agree. I mean, I don't think it was a penalty on Odegaard. I think Edison got the ball. I think it was a yellow card. It's giving up the penalty spot. That is unsporting behaviour. And then he takes someone out in the middle of the park and gets sent off. I think it was a penalty. There's contact. So yeah, I mean, go on about that. We haven't actually done anything on that.
No, leave it. You won, okay.
But as I said, we're looking,
about what we're talking about today.
But that's how titles are won. A little bit of luck, winning goals, games by 1 goal, and City looks strong. I think that City looks strong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the title's over. We still got to play Liverpool at the Etihad. They've got a game in hand. They can get within 8 points with that. I'm not.
It's definitely not over.
Well, Liverpool. I mean, they showed when we played them at Anfield. They can snatch a goal from nowhere, and they were absolutely being battered in that game. Should have been down to 10 men, but they get 2 goals and could have won it as well. Apart from the amazing telescopic leg of Rodri, wherever he came from, they could have won that game. So never write off Liverpool, especially they're getting the team together again. That maybe a little bit better than they sorted out the defensive issues that they had early on in the season.
And all of this, Manchester City this year. I mean, all right, they've moved into a different gear. They really have. But all of this without a proper striker.
Still, yeah.
Still no striker.
I mean, that's the way he likes to play football, Guardiola, though, isn't it?
He likes his false nine.
He does, yeah. I mean, even when Jesus plays, he doesn't generally play. I think he wears number 9, but he plays out on the wing. He does sometimes come in actually, but I still think that is an issue. I mean, when you have a number 9, he occupies the centre halves. He's usually stood in between the two of them. They're always having to look where he's running. He's running to the back post, running to the front post, and sometimes he can occupy both of them. Where City have failed to score this season is when it's been too easy for the defence. They just say, right, there's no number 9. We'll just push out a little bit. We'll leave that space because no one's going to go into it. They can defend on the periphery.
Excuse me. You see, this is what I don't understand, and we've discussed this before. Okay, where City have failed to score, they've scored 53 goals. Okay, right. Liverpool have scored 52. Yeah, so they're top goal scorers. Okay, and they have the best defence in the league. Okay, only letting in 14 goals. And if I'm not mistaken, they have the best defence with Wolverhampton, for only letting 14 goals.
Right.
Only Wolverhampton haven't scored as many goals. So I don't agree with this thing that finding it difficult to score. But before we discuss that, before we discuss that, okay, right? I don't think Liverpool deserve to have a player sent off. Okay, right? So he shouldn't have been down to 10 men.
You don't think that Milner should have been sent off?
No.
He committed a professional foul. Exactly. So he should have been sent off. Yeah. He should have actually in the rules of the game, because VAR couldn't intervene on that. But he could have had 3 yellow cards in that game.
Okay, yeah, but when it's Arsenal, Okay. Oh no. He should have been sent off. But
Who should have been sent off? Who should have
so
been
it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be a penalty.
It was a penalty, though, wasn't it? I mean, he took his knee.
Listen. I'm not gonna.
I mean, don't get me wrong, you went down like a sack of
We've had this. I do
spits.
apologise for this. Okay? One rule for one rule for the other. That's all.
Apologise, but it doesn't dive in the Premiership when there's contacts on them, you know, in the box. There's very few players, including Phil Foden, but that's not it.
Anyway, 53
I mean,
goals.
to be honest, we should have a couple of penalties out of you lot.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of carried on his run, didn't he? He didn't really.
I think
He could have jumped over.
One rule for one rule for the other.
There was 2 million penalties for me there against you.
Right.
See, hypocrisy at its finest.
So it would have been 4-3 then.
But you see, when you're flying high, you get the rub of the green, don't you?
I think you definitely. Don't get me wrong. I think definitely.
No, it's a fact.
The top clubs definitely get more favourable decisions, without a doubt. Arsenal had it for years. I mean, you can't complain.
The red off of Manchester had it.
Oh my God! Still at it. I mean, look at last night. I mean,
exactly.
2 goals to start. I mean, when you take 3.5 minutes over the decision, just going back to that from last night.
Anyway, we are.
Is that a clear and obvious error?
Yeah.
It's not. If it's 3.5 minutes, then it wasn't clear and obvious.
It wasn't.
No,
If you take 3 minutes,
let's not delve
side
into
over it.
it.
But there you go.
Yeah.
But I mean, I predicted. I mean, at the start of the season, before a ball was kicked, I did predict Chelsea to win the title.
And they were going strong as well.
And they were like a freight train. They really were. The defensively was unbelievable. And then all of a sudden, it really did change, didn't it?
Yeah. It's actually came just after Tuchel said there's mental fatigue in the squad. Now whether he was actually right and there was mental fatigue in the squad, I guess he knows his players, or whether that just gave him an excuse to ease off a little bit in training, I don't know. But it does seem since that moment.
It was an odd one, but they were flying, and I mean the defensive record was unbelievable at that moment.
So selfish with the goals.
But honestly, I had Chelsea before ball was kicked.
Can I just correct myself? Okay, right? I made a little error before. I said Man City had the best defense in the league. Yeah, with only 14 goals let in, the same as Wolverhampton. Massive mistake. Okay, they've actually only let in 13 goals. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clean my glasses. Okay. So they do have the best defense in the league. And that said, Chelsea have only let in 16 goals.
Really?
So
well, but I think quite a lot of them have been in the recent games. The ones that they've. I mean, obviously 2-0 against Liverpool. Chelsea came back into that game, but. I think there were like 6 goals conceded at one point. Obviously they will have had 6 goals conceded at one point, but after quite a number of games, and now they're starting to leak a few goals, which is
was it not when they played Burnley? It was just after that, wasn't it?
That was 0-0 that one.
Was it not 1-1?
1-1 or 0-0?
1-1, I think.
Don't ask me, I can't remember.
I don't know what Burnley drew.
What I do know, okay, right, is Man City have lost 2 games out of 19. Chelsea have lost 2 games, and Liverpool have lost 2 games.
But it's the draws that kill you.
It's the draws that kill him.
Yeah.
It's a draw. It always is a draw. At the top of the table, it's always a draws that kill you. I mean, Tottenham, the start, before the change manager, basically won as many games as they'd lost, but there was, they just put a little bit of a run together, and now they're challenging for the top 4. But they hadn't drawn, basically. They'd drawn one game, I think, something like that. And, it is the draws that kill you at the top.
Arsenal have only drawn 2 games. Okay, right, we've gone on a run. And I'm going to repeat, I'm still not convinced on Arteta. Okay, we are 4th, we've won 11 games, lost 7. Okay, we scored 33 goals and let in 25. Okay, we're not consistent. And that showed when we played against Nottingham Forest in the FA Cup.
Yeah, I was going to mention the FA Cup, guys. I wasn't going to mention
No, but...
anyway.
Do you know friend Tom Chambers having to message you
Yes, he
about
did.
that.
He did. Yeah, he did.
I can imagine he was
He's allowed one day in the sun. You know?
jumping up
No,
and
no,
down.
I congratulated Tom.
Yeah.
Okay, I told him that Forest deserved to win. Okay, they fully deserved it. We deserve to lose that game. And it just goes to understate my point, okay? Okay, we're doing well in the league. We've improved, okay? We've gone on a run. We're in fourth, okay? But listen, it's a false fourth. And the reason I say it's a false fourth was Tottenham...
False fourth or false?
False. Sorry about that.
I
was talking about the further fourth.
No, hold on. Tottenham have 2 games in hand, yeah? And if Tottenham win their 2 games in hand, they go above us.
Yeah.
What? 39 points.
Well, I'm sorry. At this moment in time, you were fourth.
Yeah. And they have to win them.
Arsenal are good though. I think they go unbeaten for 9 games. Is that unbeaten?
Who?
Arsenal.
Oh yeah, we
So they have put a run together. It's just recently.
Absolutely.
Recently started to crumble.
But so did Unai Emery.
Listen, at the start of the season, they were right down there at the bottom.
Yeah. We were down after 3 games.
And he was like, oh God, But they did. They put a run together. I mean, obviously, at the start of this season, he was. The jury was out on Arteta, wasn't it?
Oh, with me, it's still out. With me, it's still out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm still out.
If you look what Conte's doing to see he's coming at Tottenham. I mean, he's really. He's turned it around for them in a way. I mean, I know they were still up there because they won so many games under Nuno Espirito Santo. But then, he's really turned it round to a solid defence. He's got them winning games. That's the turn on. Arteta did that for 9 games, but now he's kind of like starting to fall apart a bit, isn't it?
This is nothing to do with football. Mikel Arteta. Have you noticed how black his hair is and it never moves? Have you noticed that?
No, I don't look at Mikel Arteta.
He doesn't, right? He hasn't got one grey hair. And you would think
you suggested that he maybe use a certain hair
dye.
I just think it odd.
Look, I think the bottom line on this year, okay, right, is although Man City, okay, are running away with that at the moment, there's still a long way to go.
There's still a long way to start January, really, aren't we?
Yeah,
there's
still a long way to go.
I don't think the race is over. But I do actually think City in such a strong position, and we know that they have the ability to score big runs from there as well. I fancy this year. I really do.
Well, at this moment in time, they can go from strength to strength with this. They've got a big squad. They've got a really big
Actually, you'd be surprised. They've got a small squad for Liverpool and Chelsea in terms of first-team players, senior first-team players.
I think they've got a better squad for like.
I think they've got better depth in terms of player.
I personally think, okay, that Man City, they've got to be careful, okay, because, they have scored 53 goals, but I watched the game against Arsenal, and I honestly believe that Arsenal should have won that game.
Can I say, I agree with you. I think Arsenal were the better team in that game.
Yeah.
I don't think they deserved to win in terms of the controversy of that game.
Okay, fair enough. That's fair enough. Maybe I'm biased, okay, but I think we were better, and I think it's the last, the second half of the season is going to be very important for all these teams, and Liverpool and Chelsea don't underrate them. I don't think any of us should underrate them.
No, there's a long way to go.
Yeah.
There's a long, long way to go.
There is a bit of disruption from Salah and Sane going to Mane, so going to the...
Sane, I was going to say.
I was just confused the two names.
I thought you were talking about a Geordie delicacy there.
Sane. Mane going to the African Cup of Nations, so African Cup, shall I say.
Yeah, you've got, 3 players? Man, is Keita gone as well?
Not me, but Liverpool.
No, no,
Keita as well. But I think those two have been, a major part of the front three for Liverpool. Well, they could probably potentially only miss 2 Premier League games, and Liverpool probably will struggle through those games.
Yeah, Man City have only got Mahrez that is going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chelsea's only Mendy, if I'm not mistaken.
Mendy.
But that's a massive one for them actually, because he's been exceptional this season.
Yeah.
Some of the games he's played. Well, water keeper.
Arsenal
are
going to have more an impact than anybody else. We've got 5 players out.
Right.
Yeah.
We've got Partey for Ghana. We got El Neni for Egypt. We got Aubameyang. Okay, right. That's Gabon. Okay.
Aubameyang's also not partaking anymore in Arsenal.
And we've got 1 player, Rekic, that doesn't play. So let's say 4.
I think Partey's the biggest miss there.
Yeah.
I think because he was excellent against City. Actually, had an excellent game. So yeah, I see the disruption caused by that. So what do we think? I mean, we're talking about the top teams, if you like. We haven't talked much about Manchester United here.
Well, Manchester United, although they have 2 games in hand.
Hey, that wasn't a bad.
Sorry. What?
Look, Man United, although they have 2 games in hand, they're on 31 points. So in theory, they can go up to 37. If they win their 2 games in hand, but they don't really convince anyone at the moment.
Yeah, I mean,
so.
All right, he was doing all right, Ragnick, wasn't he? Had a little bit.
They have a lot of problems.
One game, I think they have a lot of problems.
They have a lot of problems in dressing room.
That's not been resolved by bringing in a new manager. There's too many. We still think there's too many personalities in that dressing room. Too many people. Too many tails trying to wag the dog, basically. Tails trying to wag the dog. Yeah. It's just a normal thing again.
It must be a normal thing because I don't bloody understand it. To tell someone.
The tail should not wag the dog wags the tail.
Okay, I'll check my mate Google. Anyway, so I mean, I agree with you. I don't class them as a threat to anyone.
I think they're a threat to themselves, actually, at the moment, in the sense of the changing room. When you get, I mean, it was like when they played Newcastle there, the 1-1 draw. And Ronaldo walks out, spitting his dummy out.
Again.
And he wasn't happy. And he had to go to his own players about the performance. And you think, well, we've seen that on the pitch side. What must have carried on inside the changing room?
And the next training session. And then the bad atmosphere caused by all that afterwards. So,
I think, what you've said is right. And you said the egos in that changing room is, it's
needs to be dealt with. Needs to be managed.
I think unfortunately, there's only one way to sort that out, is to get rid of probably half of them.
I think that's it. I think they've got to have a clear out, haven't they? They've got to have a clear out of the players, play that out, and continue in the same manner.
Of course.
No. The joke with City fans at the moment is Pep did a brilliant job there convincing United that Ronaldo was going to go to City, so they signed him for United because he's obviously made a massive dent in their team.
Massive.
And there was progress under Solskjaer. Not much, but there was some. And that went backwards. And Ronaldo basically has contributed to the second of it.
But we did do a podcast where we said that Solskjaer was too soft. He wasn't right managed.
Well,
everyone's friend, so we knew that.
Yeah, but egos will push a manager like that around, won't they? That was maybe the problem. Anyway, the one team we haven't mentioned in the fight for the last Champions League place. I know the top 3 is not set, but it does look that way at the moment. We haven't talked about West Ham.
I was about to go on to that. I was about to say, look, you do have a team which has got, I believe, more potential than Manchester United at the moment, and it's West Ham.
Mm-hmm.
And, you all know I'm an extender. Okay, so for me, if we can't do it, and if Arteta, doesn't achieve it,
like to see West Ham,
I'd like to see West Ham, I'd like to see the Hammers in there.
Mhm.
It's more than they deserve for the way they've been playing this season. They've been really been playing well. Okay, I don't think anyone expected.
That's some great results.
What's
That's
that?
some brilliant results.
It is. Yeah,
No,
they have
I
had
mean,
some,
the result against Liverpool, brilliant.
Yeah.
I think they lost. Now it's
Well, look at it.
actually.
I mean, we've talked about this earlier in other vlogs and stuff like that we did. But I mean, really, Moyes has found himself again, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And as a manager, he was kind of lost in the stars there for a while because I think he took jobs that probably he wasn't ready for.
Well, this is his second tenure, isn't it? Yeah.
It is.
He didn't do that well the first one, to
The thing we said though, it's like he was hurting from the Man United sacking,
of course,
and then took that job, and maybe he wasn't quite ready to take it. Not he wasn't able enough to do that job, but maybe mentally he wasn't right.
Well, he should have been incentivized to prove Man United wrong. You know what I mean? For letting him go. I don't know. I mean,
well, the thing is that I think we've just mentioned that before about Manchester United. That change room is very poisonous.
Yeah.
And it must be very hard. Must be very hard to be a manager, like you said. If you can't get the changing room for egos, how are you going to get the best
changing room as well? Because I think also maybe the fans have got some contribution. Maybe their expectations are too high.
Massively.
You know, when there's a rebuilding project going on. After Ferguson left, obviously one of the greatest managers of all time in the Premier League, in English football, without a doubt. No one can argue.
Without a doubt, it's the biggest problem is the fans.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, because they're not happy with anything.
They want instant success.
Excuse me. I hate to interrupt. Yeah, I agree with both of you. One of the biggest problems, I'd say, I wouldn't say it's the biggest, is the fans. But I would go as far to say, okay, it's also maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but it's the truth. Some of the content that comes out on certain YouTube channels, okay, because I look at no, because I look at Arsenal and I look at the criticism and the grief and the pressure, okay, that Arsene Wenger went through, and I remember, certain fans on there saying, I'd much rather we get relegated and start from scratch. Okay, and what's happened is nothing's changed.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed. You win a game, okay, all of a sudden, everything's good, everything's brilliant.
To be honest,
lose a game,
To be honest, mate, if Wenger was still there, obviously there would be a proportion of the fans that are not happy. But I still think that Arsenal would have been better off with Wenger.
What's realistically the best Arsenal achieved this year is fourth. Wenger got them there pretty much every single season.
Exactly.
Since he won the title, obviously won titles under him as well.
Some of these, how do you say? Some of the people that actually contribute to the YouTube channel have actually said, I'd take Wenger back today.
Of course.
But we kicked him out.
But is your point that basically that's what's happening in Old Trafford as well with the Man United fans? They're like,
I think I don't follow the YouTube channel. I don't follow the Man U YouTube channels and that, yeah. But I think that there is a problem that at times social media, and don't forget that the players.
Yeah, they read it all.
Yeah, and they watch the.
Especially when their names mentioned.
Exactly. Yeah. So how much of an effect does that have on it as well? And I think this is a whole different, subject. So it's a video which we should be doing, but not.
We started off talking about West Ham United, moved to Man United, Arsenal. But I think the general point is, that it's. Moyes was probably being slagged off in his first tenureship at West Ham, and maybe Moyes isn't reading it, but other people are reading it, and that's kind of forming their opinion of him, and that makes things more awkward for him as well.
I'm really happy for David Moyes. He's come back.
I'm happy for West Ham.
He has though. He's done a great job at West Ham. He really has. And honestly, we played them first game of the season. this season. And they beat us. And, you know, I thought they looked really decent.
Yeah.
They're a decent side.
I mean, fight for ball, you know,
Yeah.
the pressure teams,
Yeah.
harass teams basically into mistakes and then capitalise on them. And that's
They're
the way
nice
they play
teams
football.
and they fight for each other as well on the pitch, you know what I mean? They're a together team. I think
Declan Rice has also been brilliant this season. Antonio's been brilliant this season. Bowden has been, you know, so they've got some good talent. Also in that team.
But they are an amalgamated team. They're a team.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason why West Ham can't break into fourth.
So, I think we all want West Ham to be finished fourth, apart from Arsenal. Maybe Arsenal, but if Arsenal don't, you want West Ham.
Look, I want Arsenal.
Yeah.
Of course.
If it's not Arsenal, then I'll be happy for West Ham.
Right.
Okay, and I think
West Ham.
a team that we're not talking, we haven't said anything about is Brighton, and you've been talking them up all season, yeah, and you know they haven't been doing too bad.
Well,
if they get a good run,
then they could get top four.
If they get a good run,
I think Brighton.
Well back to back four. I think that's slightly outside of that, but we can maybe talk about that in the next segment.
Yeah.
To finish off with that, look, it's a long race to the end of the title. There's still a lot of games to play, but the way Man City are playing in the minute, I can't see it.
And also, it's a minimum of 8-point difference that Liverpool got to chase.
So for me, even though I said Chelsea at the start, the way Man City are playing.
So who's your top four? Well, you said Man City's going to win. So who's
I think
the three Champions League places? Let's say.
Well, I think it's going to be Manchester City. I think Chelsea will finish second. I think Liverpool third. And obviously it's between West Ham and Arsenal for me.
Okay.
Fourth, really. Yeah. No West Ham won this time.
No, I don't think that's right. I think being too inconsistent this season.
It's gone.
No. Well, you know, I'll say 8 points is a lot to make up. Even at this stage of the season, halfway through the season, just past halfway through for some teams. And that's potential 8 points. So they're actually 11 points behind Liverpool at the moment. So I'm going to say City, Liverpool, Chelsea, top three. Top fourth place, I just know Man United are going to sneak in there. I just know they always do. They always do. They have like a good last 5 games of the season. Yeah. So I'm going to say Manchester United. Sorry, Shah. Sorry, West Ham fans as well, because I really want West Ham to do it.
That's all good. That's all good, mate. Look, I think Man City will win the league. It's theirs to lose. Second and third is going to be Chelsea and Liverpool.
Whichever way
round, yeah. And I think that the fourth place is going to be played out between Arsenal, Tottenham, and West Ham. I think there are 3 teams in it. If you're going to ask me to pick one today, I can't pick one.
Don't think United have got to get in there at all.
Hey?
Don't think Man United will get there at all.
No, they're not in that. They've got too many problems in-house. I don't think they will do. So that's my predictions, okay? What I do want to say, okay, right, before we leave, yeah, is one of the reasons I've stopped doing the Arsenal, okay, podcast videos, yeah, is because I realised that I had been too negative, okay, it was Arteta out and all this, yeah, and I was being too reactive, so I was basically being a hypocrite based on what I said, although I do realise there's a difference between Arteta and Arsene Wenger, and the time and results he spent there, so I thought I'll take a step back. Once I feel, you know, it's the right time, I'll start doing Arsenal posts and videos and give my opinion as well.
What I realised from it, I mean, it just seems a lot longer ago for me, but what I realised because of the Notts Forest result in the FA Cup, it's only been 4 years since they left. Yeah, they left in 2018, didn't they? I mean, that's that. It's not a long time to rebuild a team after you've had a manager that, you know, there for a couple of decades. You know, it's and we've talked about patience of Manchester United fans, but you know, Arsenal fans do need that patience. So I agree in a way
Well,
that
you know.
we maybe have been a bit negative about Arteta too early.
Well, no, he's been there. This is his third season practically, or 2.5 seasons if you like. Yeah, we finished 8th and 8th. Now we're fourth, so give him, give him some time. And the reason we're fourth is because of decisions he's made, which weren't his decisions. He was basically, put in a situation where he had to make those decisions. And the first one was playing Emil Smith Rowe because of an injury. We'd been crying out for him for ages, and now he's playing Martinelli. Only because of the Aubameyang situation, we've been crying out for him as well. So,
Do you think Newcastle are going to get Aubameyang?
Would you want him? Would you want him? Would you want him? I wouldn't want a player who's just fallen out with the manager. Kind of says something about him, doesn't it? You know, it's the mentality, you know, and
I would love his skill, but I'm not sure about his mentality.
Might keep you up though.
He might.
No, he will keep you up.
Yeah.
He will keep you up.
He's probably got 10 goals in the season. That's probably enough, isn't it, for now? Anyway, let's move on to the next bit.
Okay.